Hey, the most powerful manifestation technique is actually not a manifestation technique. No one talks about this anywhere online, on YouTube, Instagram. It is the most secret, quietly kept, instant manifestation technique that you can use. And I learned about it years ago, just serendipitously, in the studies of Walter Lanyon's books. He has great works on this technique. One of the books is It Is Wonderful. And in Joel Goldsmith's book, The Art of Spiritual Healing. And he also has many other books that are so profound talking about this technique. So let's just get right into it. The technique is not a technique. And what you do is, if you want to manifest anything, if there's anything that you desire in love, health, money, relationships, peace of mind, career, anything at all, you go into the embodiment of God. You practice being God. And when you do this practice, anything and everything that is for your highest good, that you want to manifest to create your best life, will come to you instantly. Everything in your field, in your atmosphere, will instantly up level, shift to a higher timeline, metamorphose into the best possible scenario. Money will come out of nowhere. Your relationships, your significant other will turn into the best version of themselves. Your health, any kind of disease or illness will completely cure and clear itself. It is a magical formula that is ancient and timeless. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. So let's say you want to manifest something. You're worried about your bills, or your boyfriend hasn't called you, or you're feeling really ill. What you want to do is you go into a space where God alone is. You quiet yourself by giving yourself the prompt, there is nothing but God. There is no one but God. And you breathe into this knowing and let yourself absorb the magnanimity of such a realization. There is nothing but God. And as you're repeating this understanding, you're floating into a realm where only God is. You become one with the I am by asserting, there is nothing but God. There is no one but God. In God, there is nothing but good. So what you're telling yourself, what you're showing yourself, is that you are beyond the body, you are beyond the material world, you are even beyond the problem or the issue that you want to manifest around. You have completely come out of and risen out of the worldly connection and association. You are literally becoming God. And as you breathe into this state, you start to ignite a magical, mystical power within. It's like the key that turns on your true nature. Because as you are knowing this truth, you're releasing all other thoughts, all other ideas, anything that comes to you, all other emotions. There is nothing but God. And God is omnipotent, God is omniscient, and God is omnipresent. So you're talking yourself through it. And as you realize these statements you're making, you know that being that this is true, I am God. Knowing that God is everywhere, in everything, with all wisdom. I am God. I must be that I am. And what you do when you bring yourself into this knowing is you raise your vibration so high, so intensely and phenomenally in God. Literally, in the moment, you become one with the divine. Everything in your life upgrades. It's like what you're actually doing is being God. You are becoming that self that has everything, that is everything, that operates as the creative force of the universe. And so it's almost as if when you come out of it, your whole world has shifted to the level of your divine being. And everything in it, everyone in it changes, transforms completely, and becomes the highest version of themselves, of itself, whatever it is. I've had so many miracles occur from this practicing the presence of God and knowing the truth, knowing who God is as yourself, becoming the I am that you are, literally in the moment, practicing a realization of these ideas, not just thinking them or writing them or talking about them, but actually embodying them. And the breath is very important. There are times when I'm doing this meditation and I'm breathing in the presence of God and I start shaking. It's like I become filled with the light of God, and it becomes this force that is so delightful and so amazing and completely takes over my mind, body, and spirit, so that I'm not even remembering what it is that I'm trying to manifest. I'm not even remembering that there's a separation that would need to create manifestations. I am the manifestation. I become it. And it flows throughout my being, causing me to have such a deep peace and a deep harmony that I forget that I'm trying to manifest something. I don't even have a clue what's going on in the third dimensional world. I become so in tune and aligned with my five-dimensional self, with my God self, that the world literally disappears during this reverie. And by the time I come out of it, shaking, filled with so much light, my vibration is on point. It is so high that I can't remember any problem. And as I go about my day, the world lines up in such beautiful, miraculous ways that it is, so beautiful, so outstanding, so incredible. I'm going to tell you two examples that are in these books. Walter Lanyon talks about a time when he was so in Christ, so in the presence of God, that driving his car at night, he took his hands off the wheel, and the presence, the I am, drove the car for him. So I know that sounds completely unbelievable, But when you read his books and you get into the awareness of this divinity that is the higher self, the I am that we all are, you can easily believe and experience these kinds of miracles where time and space disappears. The laws of gravity and of the human world dissolve, and you go into a realm whereby it is normal to be miraculous. And yes, your car and your life can be taken over by the Most High and driven smoothly and easily. And then Joel Goldsmith talks about a time when he really needed money. He was desperate, he'd lost his job, and he only had like $10 in his pocket, zero in his bank account, and he had a family to support and, you know, real obligations. So he got this sense all of a sudden when he was so worried about how he was going to get the money that, wait a minute, if I am God, if I am in God, if God is omnipotent, if God is true, then there's no lack, there's no limitation, there's no possibility for me not to have enough, because I am that I am, that has enough and more and beyond, that is the creator of all that is. And he had this realization, and it came over him so deeply and so completely that he took the $10 in his pocket, all that he had, and he gave it to the beggar that was on the side of the street. And he knew that in the truth, in God, there is no lack. And so the power is not in the material substance. The power is in I. And I am wealthy. I am abundant. I am in God. I am is God. And he knew that. And he felt that. And he embodied it completely and totally. From that point on in his life, he never wanted for money again. He was never in relationship with lack again. So please give yourself the pleasure of experiencing the I Am presence. These are books that you can read. I've also written books on it. I'll put them all in the description box. And I bless you on your journey as you manifest, not by trying to manifest, but by becoming one with the Supreme Manifester, so that all is yours in this immediate moment. Thank you. Sia from Heal Love Now. Peace.